If there's anything I get you to take away from this video, it's that media literacy is very important, because we got all these weird people out there who get a little tease of something on all these different platforms and their brain starts to turn to mush thinking about how, oh my God, I have the right idea on what to do here. This is going to be exciting as long as my ideas are the ones that are brought up. Oh my God, I know every course of action of how this is supposed to go, and this will be a successful masterpiece. All anybody has to do is listen to me. But then more details come out about that little tease, and none of your ideas get brought into fruition, and you think, oh my God, I feel personally attacked. How could you do this? Because I had all the right ideas. All you had to do is read my think piece on Twitter and it would have been perfect, but you didn't do that, and now I feel offended. If you don't know, there's this movie coming out this year in 2024 titled American Society of the Magical Negroes, and title aside, people were excited for this. Black people, wizards, casting spells, fighting dragoons, concept of Black Harry Potter. People were excited and were ready to watch something that could have been perceived as new. But then the trailer came out, and I have never seen excitement completely dwindle as fast as for this movie, because the trailer came out and all these ideas about black people being strong characters going on this great adventure, fighting dragons and goblins and casting spells went away, because the movie seems like it's just a black person helping out white people, or a black society doing nothing but helping out white people. And here's where the media literacy comes in. If you don't know, magical Negro, that phrase plays on the concept of black people, often in a stereotypical manner, doing nothing in a TV show or a movie but helping white people. So the concept is already there, and the people who didn't know that, that's your fault. Crack open a book on film and you might learn a little something about what goes on in the film industry, and you'll actually have an understanding that is stronger than, oh my God, I'm excited for Black Harry Potter. But that's not the only thing people got upset about. If you go out and you watch that trailer, you'll notice that the main protagonist, he has a little bit of a crush. He has a little bit of a love story going on, a little bit of a subplot. And that love plot is not with a strong, bodacious, courageous, independent black woman, the most disrespected group in American history. That is with a white woman.
Everybody involved to go straight to hell.
No, because the way this movie almost bamboozled me out of my hard-earned money. So I saw the trailer and I was like, cool. And usually when I decide I'm going to watch a movie, I don't watch the trailer fully through, because I'd be like, I want to watch the movie. I don't want all the details, because they'd be getting crazy with that. So I stopped the movie. A couple weeks later, I see a tweet that said that the movie is, how is the movie a black magic movie when the main character is half white and he's trying to get a white girl? I said, what? I don't think we saw the same trailer, because I didn't see that. So then I went to go watch the full trailer and I said, oh my God, it's worse than I thought. Oh my God. Like, you almost got me. You almost got me.
The premise is there's this society, American Society of Magical Negro, and they go around making white people feel comfortable, because the more comfortable white people are, the safer black people are. Okay, great. If anyone understands satire, it's me. I get the satire in that. Then the movie takes a turn. The main character gets his first client to make comfortable, but then he starts liking this woman, and the client he's supposed to make comfortable also likes this woman. Society tells him, yo, you can't date her because, you'll dismantle everyone's magic. Literally, you'll dismantle the society if you date this one. And by the looks of the trailer, he's like, F it, I don't care about your society. Now, here's the issue. So you're telling me this black man joins the society to keep black people safe and throws it away because he wants to date her. And what makes this even more complicated and harder to digest, I'm sure, for even black audiences, the woman is white. I feel like Dr. Umar is just going to tear this. He's going to have so much to say. Obviously, I'm down with interracial dating. That's really it's not about interracial dating. It just had so many other opportunities. I thought he was going to start working with his client and then start excelling in his job. And then I thought the society would be like, yo, you can't do too well in your job. Remember, we're trying to make him comfortable. And then I thought he'd be like, you know what? I've been trying to make white people comfortable too much in my life. I'm going for my goals. I'm going to go for, what I feel I deserve. But instead, he's dismantling everything over her.
You can't tell me this movie is not propaganda. I will say that again for the hard of hearing folks in the back. You cannot tell me that this movie is not propaganda. When I first saw the title a few months back, I was like, ooh, lit. They're about to make this hilarious parody about how white people expect us black people to just be these magical beings because we go through an unfathomable amount of oppression and we're still able to exist and thrive. They are about to make us fall out of our seats. No. And I'm not even gonna lie to you. When I first heard y'all start to complain, I was like, you know what? It's probably not even that bad. Then I saw the whole fucking trailer. It is that bad. This is setting the culture a few decades back, and I'm not even over exaggerating here. The movie is basically about this academy of black people whose whole purpose is to not make the white people too uncomfortable. And then the main lead, who I think is biracial, his whole pursuit is a white woman. My least favorite type of racism, yes, there's different types, is the indirect kind that tries to be funny. I like my racism plopped right in front of me, okay? Not with this whole production and Matt Rife level of comedy. This is basically a modern day minstrel show movie. And you really thought that this was gonna sell? What the fuck are y'all on in Hollywood?
The American Society of Magical Negroes. I'm a film student. I don't blame people for not knowing what a magical Negro is. I don't blame y'all for not knowing what the trope is. I didn't know what it was for a while. Knowing what it is and seeing the initial 15-second trailer, I was like, oh, this is going to be a satire movie like The Blackening was. How it was playing on the trope of the black person always gets killed first. So what if it was a horror movie with all black people? I was low-key excited for it. I was like, this is going to be funny. It's going to be a comedy. It's a rom-com. Did all the black people working on this movie get fired from the writer's room? Because at first I thought this was going to be a movie for us. But now I'm left wondering who this movie is for. Who's the audience? Who's the audience now?
I don't know why this is such a thing for people to complain about. It's a movie where you have a basic comedy plot and there's a little bit of romance sprinkled in. It's been something that's a formula for decades. It's been there forever. But the fact that people wanted themselves represented so bad, they wanted to see everyone holding up wands and casting spells, making toilet paper turn into shit, probably trip somebody up using some grassroots or a sidewalk. They were all excited, but because you didn't bother to do any further deep dives into what the movie was going to be about, you opened yourself up to be disappointed, and that's nobody's fault but your own. You wanted to be excited about a concept that you have in your head, but in reality, that's not what these people were making. Is it going to be a good movie? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not personally interested in it because the whole concept seems a little bit boring, kind of reminds me of just Cat in the Hat adding wizard spells to it, and overall, it's not something that interests me. But if it interests you, go watch it. But if you're one of these people who is so fixated on interracial relationships because you listening to somebody with 2 baby mamas named Dr. Umar telling you that you are part of a plantation if you date outside your race, or that you're hurting the black community if you're a black man or a black woman dating a white man or a white woman, congratulations. You're setting yourself up for the funniest fucking disappointment because you're so fixated on one thing, you can't enjoy life in any capacity. This should not be the thing that makes people look at this movie and say it's a waste of time. It's nobody's fault that a lot of people don't know the literary around Magical Negro. I know the concept in the trailer made this shit seem so outlandish. It made it outlandish for me. But once I bothered to have myself get educated on that phrase Magical Negro, I understood, oh, this is what this is going to be about, and maybe it's going to be in some satirical fashion. I hope it's something enjoyable for a bunch of people to see. I hope people go out and enjoy it if it's something they want to see. If it bombs, I don't want to hear about how it's rooted in bigotry and hatefulness because, yes, I saw the clips of the mundane white jokes, but I'm not going to throw the movie aside and say that it doesn't have any funny moments just because they gave me 3 boring-ass jokes that I don't find funny. Comedy is subjective. I promise you there are people who found some of this shit funny, and well off to them. That's what you're supposed to have. Enjoyment, entertainment, something to make you laugh. But when you're one of these bitter people going around saying, oh my God, he's a light skin, he's a black man, and he's getting into a romantic subplot with a White woman? Oh my God. My hard-earned money will not be going to this. Just shut the fuck up and let other people go enjoy the fucking movie. And like I said maybe 30 seconds ago, if this bombs, I don't want to hear this being about racism. I don't want to hear this being about bigotry and how people don't want to see black people in film. Because you notice throughout this video, I have shown you only black people complaining about the concept of this film. So you're gonna have to blame the magical Negroes for why this one bombs, if it indeed does bomb. But who knows? Maybe it'll be a box office smash, and if it is, cool. If it's not, oh well, get ready for the shit show. And remember one thing, if I could end this video in any style of fashion. It is important for you, if you're somebody who's so fixated on wanting your ideas put on the big screen, if you're not gonna go take a fucking class on writing, if you're not gonna go take a class on film studies, if you're not going to put forth the effort to be somebody who's making all these films because you have all the right ideas, shut the fuck up and stop hoping that your weird ideas get brought on the big screen, and go make your stories so that they could be put on the big screen. That's all I got. Subscribe to the channel. Don't be that damn bitter. I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.